I'm not here to complain. I just want to get it fixed. I don't.
Just a number. It makes it look like I did something right.
I'm gonna say.
Stop everything you're doing and brace yourself, because the boxing world has just been rocked by a scandal so massive it's hard to even process. We are talking about an earth-shattering update coming straight from a hospital bed in Dubai. For days, rumors have been swirling, but now the money man himself, Floyd Mayweather, has finally broken his silence after a physical altercation that sounds more like a movie script than real life. Yes, you heard that right. Floyd Mayweather was allegedly rushed to medical care following a brutal, unscripted clash with his former protege, Gervonta "Tank" Davis. The luxury streets of Dubai, usually known for gold-plated cars and five-star relaxation, turned into a war zone in a matter of seconds. Floyd was there to soak up the sun and enjoy the billionaire lifestyle, but it all came crashing down at the airport. Imagine the While the world waited in total silence, the narrative was being controlled by rumors until now. Floyd has officially spoken out from his hospital room, and his side of the story is absolutely chilling. According to Mayweather, what started as a tense standoff turned into a full-blown assault in the blink of an eye. He claims that Tank Davis completely lost his mind, losing all sense of professional control and charging at him with a level of aggression that no one saw coming. But why? Why would Tank risk everything to attack his former mentor in a public airport? Floyd isn't holding back. He's suggesting that this wasn't just a random outburst. It was fueled by deep-seated toxic jealousy. Floyd believes that Tank is spiraling because he can't handle seeing Floyd's new bond with Shakur Stevenson. Seeing the clips of Floyd training Shakur and passing the torch apparently sent Tank over the edge. Floyd says Tank is terrified of losing his spot as the face of boxing, and that fear manifested in a violent
deal, 7-fight deal, which is music to the ears of many boxing fans. You get to see you in action for several more years. What type of names are we talking about on those 7 names?
Whoever you name, they could be in it.
If I name some fighters, can you say yes or no?
Yep.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yep.
Ryan Garcia.
Yep.
Devin Haney.
Yep.
Isaac Cruz.
Yeah, but there's 2 people I already beat already, but yeah.
Errol Spence.
Outside the ring.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. 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 September. November.
Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah.
Out of all of those guys, who do you think is the most difficult opponent for you?
Floyd Mayweather.
But wait, it gets even more sinister. In that same high-stakes conversation from the hospital, Floyd dropped a bombshell that no one saw coming. He hinted that this wasn't just a chance encounter. He believes he was set up. Floyd suggested that someone deep within his own inner circle, someone he trusted with his life, might have been leaking his location and his training secrets to Tank's camp. According to Floyd, Tank had heard whispers about how incredibly sharp Floyd still looks in the gym, and it created a psychological breakdown in the young champion. Floyd's theory, Tank knew he couldn't beat a prepared Mayweather in a sanctioned ring, so he chose to ambush him in an airport where Floyd's guard was down. It's a calculated, cold-blooded move that paints a terrifying picture of how far this rivalry has gone. This isn't about points on a scorecard anymore. This is about survival and betrayal. You have to remember the history here to understand why this hurts so much. Floyd Mayweather didn't just promote Tank Davis, he built him. He gave him the blueprint, the platform, and the money brand. From Floyd's perspective, this isn't just a fight, it's the ultimate betrayal by a son to a father. Floyd has spent the last few days reflecting on the years of support, the millions of dollars made, and the mentorship he poured into Davis, only to be met with a left hook in a public terminal. He keeps emphasizing that the disrespect has reached a point of no return. For a man who prides himself on his legacy and his TBE, the best ever, status, being caught off guard by his own student is a stain he may never forgive. This has moved beyond the sport of boxing. It is now a deeply personal vendetta that has split the boxing community right down.
My thing is, I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan. And my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great things about him, always pushed him to be great. And, but over the years, it's constantly going on the internet, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd. Constantly be disrespectful, when all I ever been was respectful to try to help this fighter go as far as he could possibly go. That's all I ever did.
Just when you thought the story was settled, the plot thickened in a way that left everyone's jaw on the floor. While Floyd was painting himself as the victim, Gervonta "Tank" Davis fired back with a series of accusations that turned the entire narrative upside down. Tank isn't playing the villain. He claims he's the one who was being hunted. According to Davis, Floyd has been playing a dangerous shadow game for months. Tank alleges that Mayweather actually sent goons to confront him during his private morning runs, the one time he's most vulnerable. But it doesn't stop there. Tank dropped the massive claim that Floyd was acting as a double agent, tracking Tank's every move and feeding that intel directly to Frank Martin before their big fight. Imagine that. The man who taught you everything, allegedly selling your secrets to your enemies. Tank,
He the one, he the one told Frank that I was running at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. I seen his people's drive by while I was running. It's cool. It's all right. You know? I don't really think too much of it. He's not gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to be with him than be cool with him, because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll picture him bad situation.
the heat didn't stop with the fighters because Tank's longtime coach, the legendary Calvin Ford, decided to jump into the fire and escalate things to a terrifying new level. Ford didn't offer any apologies or seek peace. Instead, he spoke with a cold, calculated tone that sent shivers through the industry. He basically told the world that whatever happened to Floyd in Dubai was overdue karma. Think about the weight of that statement. Ford suggested that Floyd has been playing with people's lives and careers for far too long, hiding behind his money and his security teams. He hinted that the Dubai incident was just the universe finally catching up to Mayweather. When a coach as respected as Ford talks like that, you know the bridge isn't just burned, it's been nuked. The tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife, and Ford made it clear that their camp isn't backing down an inch. They are viewing this as a war for respect, and if Floyd wants to keep playing games, they are ready to finish what was started in that airport. The
thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. You know, Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, you know, the man is chasing greatness, and you should be supporting that. I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, you know. It's a rocky road that we're seeing what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story is going to rebuild itself. You know, but again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said this is the true colors of a person that's coming out, man. They can't stand it, you know. Calm is I don't like using that word calm, you know, but our Lord knows. He knows. He knows. He knows.
And if you thought this was just a two-man fight, think again, because Adrian the Problem Broner has officially entered the chat, and he's picking sides in the most aggressive way possible. Broner, who has had his own complicated big brother little brother relationship with Floyd, has publicly thrown his entire weight behind Tank Davis. In a series of shocking statements, Broner promised that if this situation ever escalates to the streets or the ring again, he will be standing shoulder to shoulder with Tank. He basically told Floyd that he's on the wrong side of history this time. This is a massive shift in the boxing power dynamic. To see Broner, a man who once idolized Floyd, basically declaring war on him to protect Tank Davis, shows you just how much people's loyalties have shifted. The money team is fracturing, and the new generation is forming an alliance that looks like it's designed to take Floyd off his throne once and for all. This is no longer a boxing match, it's a civil war.
You know, and when me and Tank go at it, sometimes he'll look at Tank and say, yo, listen to him, man. I'm good. They shot about
What's your thought on Tank and Floyd going back and forth, man?
I let two grown men handle their business, but they know whose side I'm on if we gotta go there, though.
To truly understand the why behind this explosion, you have to look at the ego and the bank accounts. This whole feud actually reignited weeks ago when Tank Davis made the bold public claim that he had secured a business deal. That was officially bigger than anything Floyd ever did. For a man like Mayweather, who bases his entire identity on being the money king, that was the ultimate insult. That one comment sparked a fire that led to Floyd allegedly stalking Tank's progress and doubling down on his training with Shakur Stevenson just to spite him. It became a game of who is the real boss. Floyd wanted to prove he still controls the game, and Tank wanted to prove he has outgrown his master. The airport clash was just the physical manifestation of months of financial ego tripping and power. Struggles. They aren't just fighting over a punch, they are fighting over who owns the future of the multi-billion-dollar boxing industry. Every move since then has been a calculated attempt to destroy the other's.
You off that you was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of this.
Deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
This is exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank, don't cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
But now, we get to the part that has the entire internet in a state of absolute shock. There is a hidden layer to this story that goes far beyond boxing gloves and pay-per-view numbers. Ryan Garcia, the man who is never afraid to stir the pot, has stepped forward with a claim that has left fans breathless. According to Garcia, the real reason Tank and Floyd are at each other's throats isn't about Shakur Stevenson or money. It's about Floyd's daughter, Yaya Mayweather. Garcia is claiming that Tank and Yaya have had a secret under the radar connection that has been happening behind Floyd's back for a significant amount of time. If this is true, it changes everything. It turns a professional rivalry into a scorched earth family feud. Imagine the rage of a father like Floyd finding out that the man he's been feuding with is secretly involved with his own daughter. This would explain why the confrontation in Dubai was so visceral and so violent. This isn't just business anymore. If Ryan Garcia is right, this is the ultimate violation of trust, and it explains why Floyd is speaking from a hospital bed with such.
I already knew about all that. Once Gervonta Floyd Mayweather's daughter, and that's not even a secret. That's not something I'm exposing.
We are now standing at the edge of a cliff, and the boxing world is waiting to see if these two icons will fall or fight. The masks are off, the secrets are out, and the hospital reports are real. Will we see a legendary master versus student fight in the ring this September to settle the score, or has this gone too far for a sanctioned match? With Tank hinting at a massive September date and Floyd recovering from his injuries, the stakes have never been higher in the history of the sport. One thing is for certain, the relationship between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis is dead. What's left is a trail of accusations, betrayal, and a mystery involving the Mayweather family that could change Floyd's legacy forever. You do not want to take your eyes off this for 1 second. What do you think? Is Tank the villain here, or did Floyd push him to the edge? And is Ryan Garcia's bombshell about Yaya the missing piece of the puzzle? Smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell because we are tracking this story minute by minute as it unfolds. You won't get this anywhere else. Stay tuned because the next update might be the biggest one yet.